What about Daytona this last year with your chase on the Grom from the cops, dude?
It was a good one. I was
he got attacked by the cop dog. It's just like chewed his armpit in half, like through his shoulder.
Hold up. Show the camera. Show the. Oh my! What kind of dog?
Chihuahua.
Look at this thing. Show the camera.
Yeah,
Jesus, dude. Looked like you fought a wildebeest.
Hey, this story's good.
I told a cop like 2 weeks after this, it was still all like torn up. I told the cop, but he's like, "Yo, what happened to your arm?" I'm like, "Shark bite," and he completely believed it. You know, he's all, I was like, "Yeah, Daytona, dude, gnarly shark bite capital of the world." He's like, "All right, man," just took off. Didn't know what was going on, but Daytona, I didn't have my Dyna there yet, and Dusty, Seabear, everybody went to go take off, and I thought they were just going around the corner. I didn't even know. It was early in the morning, and Dusty was on a Grom, so I was like, all right, yeah, I'll just take the Grom. And I took off, and then I'm all like, we're riding down this main-ass road, and I'm like, oh, we're going through the gauntlet right now. This is
like where all the cops
I know
are.
exactly. We're like, I'm getting pulled over right now for sure. Like, what the hell? So I ride right through, and of course cop pulls out, and there was like 5 of us with no tags and all sorts of, you know, like fees or fines they could have gave us.
No license plates.
Yeah, they could have pulled over anybody, but he locked onto me, and I froze up, you know, like, and I didn't even think at all, because if I did think, I probably would have just been like, fuck it, I don't even care
get
about
a ticket
the Grom,
real quick.
just get the ticket, go get whatever, and whatever, I just would have been fine. Definitely, I knew that after the fact.
You wouldn't have had a dog attached to you when they found you.
So I froze up and I took off, and I'm on a Grom, and I'm getting chased by a bike cop on a BMW 1000, whatever.
You know what a Grom is, right? Like those little tiny ones. Yeah.
So I'm just straight. I had no helmet on, and I had a hoodie on, so I pulled my hoodie strings as tight as they could. So I was looking through like a little thing like this. And I'm just riding this Grom as fast as it'll go. It's like 55 on the
rev limiter.
Yeah. And this cop is like right next to me, pulling up on me on the bike.
Yelling at him?
Yelling at me. Like, could have kicked me. Could have kicked me over. And I turn around, one U-turn, rip it down. He's right behind me still. I blow through the center median, and it's like grass. So he like kind of
lose him a little bit.
Second, but then he's right back on me. And then there's 2 others like, you know, coming head on at me, but I had made 2 turnarounds, and there was a bunch of cars coming, and I was like, all right, here, this is my chance. I'm gonna shoot in between these cars, and he's not gonna be able to make it, no way, unless unless those cars are stopping, or else he's getting hit, you know, like he's gotta not making the choice. So I just sneaked it through, and I get behind a building. I like ditched the bike out to the side, and I like hid behind a wall like this, and homeboy comes flying by, you know, like lights and sirens, and I hear him. So as soon as he passed, I ran like 10 feet, jumped over this fence, and I'm all like hiding in the bushes. And here they come, like 15 of them now. There's cops everywhere. And the boys are like blowing up my phone. You know, I feel it vibrating in my pocket, but I'm like holding it quiet so it won't do anything.
Yeah.
And the cop had, as soon as, you know, like he made maybe 2 minutes after I got away from the bike, they found the bike. And he's like, it's right here, I got it. And I hear him. And I'm like army crawling as quiet as I can through the woods. Like, and we're in Florida, so it's getting like swampy kind of.
Like there's a fucking crocodile coming.
Bro, it's getting wet and swampy and like gross. And I'm like, yo, there's snakes and gators and all this shit in here. But I didn't care. So I just kept crawling. I started sweating so bad. So I pulled off my hoodie, and I kept crawling through the woods as far as I could.
You ditched the hoodie?
Yeah, I ditched the hoodie. And
that's how they got you.
Yeah. So I ditched the hoodie, and I go a little bit further, and I get stuck on a fence line. And I could see through the fence line that there's
ditches the bike, ditches the hoodie. He's just stripping and running.
So
he's almost naked when the cops get him.
I see that there's cops on the street that I'm like trying to get to, and my first option was like, all right, I'm gonna Uber. I'm gonna order an Uber right now.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
hey, I'm like, pull up next to this fence. I'm gonna jump over and jump in the back seat.
And then I'm like, all right, maybe that's not gonna work. Yeah, I got a little nervous with the Uber, and I messaged this chick, and she's all, I'll come get you right now. You know, I'm like, I'm on my way. I'm 20 minutes out.
I'm gonna drop you a pin to these bushes I'm hiding in.
Yep. So I drop her a pin to this cul-de-sac that I know I can make it to, and I run through this like little wood. It's a lumber yard. I'm running through a lumber yard. And I'm like ditching behind things, you know, like, and I kind of thought I was getting away, and I got really far from the bike, probably like 1.5 miles from the bike. I get to the cul-de-sac where the girl's supposed to pick me up. Cops sitting in the cul-de-sac with the lights on.
They just surrounded the whole zone where you were at.
And then by the time that happens, the helicopter's up. So I'm all, oh my God, I see the helicopter and it's right above me, like just circling. And I'm like,
you're like, they got to see me.
I thought they got me. I thought for sure they got me. I will make it down another fence line and I'm stuck at like a T right here. Here's a fence. Here's a cement brick wall. And I'm right here. And the neighbor's dog comes outside and walks right up to the fence where I'm at and is staring at me through the fence.
No.
And I'm shitting.
Are you laying on the ground?
No, I'm sitting up right then. Like I was like hiding in the bushes kind of.
Yeah.
I'm shitting bricks just staring
You're
at
like,
this
"Fucking
dog
go.
in the eyes.
Get out of here."
You know, I didn't even know what to. You know how when you're staring at them, they kind of like freak out a little bit more. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted them to be quiet.
So you close your eyes?
So no, I stared at the dog right in the fucking eyes, and thank God,
away.
you know how
Get
every dog owner that's like their dog's taking too long to go take a piss outside is like, come on, get in the house. So here he goes, come on, get in the house. The dog looks at me, takes a piss on the fence right where I'm at, and goes back in the house. Then the police dog is like, that's why he called the dog inside, because the police dog was coming down and he was coming through all the backyards. So the police dog comes up to the fence. I'm from here to Twitch with the dog, and he smells the piss along the fence, freaks out, jumps over the brick wall. So now I'm in between a brick wall and the dog.
No.
And he goes the other way, runs through a whole parking lot, and it's a trailer parking area with campers. So they got him going in and out of the campers. They think I'm hiding in a camper or something.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Like, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
The dog got away. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. So I stash out a little bit longer. I'm like, I'm waiting for this. I could see it's getting dark, so I see the lights of the things through the bushes. I'm just waiting for him to leave. And then the last idea that I had, I was like, I went to go call the boys, and I had like 3% left. And before I could get the phone call, my phone died.
No.
But I was trying to call the boys to tell them, yo, somebody's got to call in something around here. And
or
get
go
these
ride
guys.
by and get chased.
I don't care what you got to do. Just do something. You know, like I need 2 of these cops to leave and I might be able to get away. Like there's just 15 here. You know, they got to be doing something. And I'm laying face down and my phone died. I knew the chick was sitting there. She had sent me a text, don't fucking move, cops everywhere.
Yep. Dude.
So I'm
Like Letty and
there,
Dominic Toretto did.
bro, I'm
Dude.
laying there face down, and last thing I fucking hear is, and the dog's right at the back of my neck, bro.
How'd that
And
go?
he just
Sniffed out the
fucking-
hoodie.
Oh, he sniffed me right out and bit onto me, and then I was just squealing like a pig. Like,
Were you
Screaming?
screaming?
oh, I was screaming, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. Let go. I'm sorry. Like screaming, dude. And the dog wouldn't give up. The guy, first of all, the cop's like, show me your hands. Dog's got me by the arm. I'm all like trying to stick my hands out. I can't move them. So he like reaches in the bushes, grabs me by my hair and like the back of my shirt and drags me out of the bushes. And the dog is straight like
Just hooked.
chew toy pulling the other way on me, you know, like just
dude.
tugging on my arm the other way. And I was just, I couldn't, I fully went limp. I tried not to move at all. Like the cop was dragging me around. The dog was just shaking my arm around. I tried to be as limp as possible.
Well, you know these dogs now, they got, his canines had metal teeth. So it wasn't just like regular dog teeth. They take them out so that when they bite you, it can't like infect you as bad.
No,
So there was
Only
metal
dudes that
teeth,
get
they don't
chased
wanna
by cops
break.
all the time know about the dog.
How do you know about that canine dental plan?
So the
after-
cop was telling me about it after, and after they got me, I was super respectful. I
You got me,
am,
whatever. I
like,
give up.
You know,
Yeah.
like
White
I've
flags
been pulled
out.
over before, and I'm yes sir, no sir with an officer. Like
Yeah.
that goes along.
You know how to play it.
Yeah. So you got me. I'm all yes sir, no sir.
You
Yes,
got
sir,
me.
No, sir. Yeah.
Dude ran on a Grom first off and tried to go on a motorcycle
And
chase.
the first thing I'm
You're
like, why
dude,
the
what an
fuck are you
idiot.
running from the cops on a Grom?
For no reason, for no license plate. All you had to do is pull over and get a little fix-it ticket.
Yeah,
and
they
you're
were
totally
all,
fine.
you know, like the cops were all like, well, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" They're like, "You have a police background, you know, you have family in law enforcement, you're too respectful, you know, like why the fuck did you run?" And he's
I don't know.
He's like, "You would have got a license ticket and a no mirror ticket," and I'm all,
That's it.
"Well, why didn't you just let me keep riding?" And the cops kind of looked at each other and all like, "Holy shit, my body camera on?" They're all like laughing, and I'm like, "Yo, listen, guys, you know, like, I'm sorry, but if you guys get me booked and get me out of here by noon tomorrow, I'll buy the whole Volusia County Sheriff steak tips from the Iron Horse. And these dudes, like 16 of them, started just bawling out laughing. Like, couldn't believe it. The ambulance lady's like, he needs to stop moving, like trying to put the thing on me, a tourniquet or whatever. And I'm all like, chill out, lady, you're good.
I'm good.
And then there's this one kind of like douchey, corny cop. They were all being really cool kind of after the fact. They were just so shocked.
They probably thought it was funny that they got you
were
and
all
the dog
trying to
fucked you up.
Yeah, they were all trying to get pictures of the scars. They thought it was great. They're like, you're going to be the poster boy of Daytona this week, you know? And the one cop's like, he walks over and I'm like sitting there like getting bandaged up. The lady's yelling at me. Then my arms flopped open like this. And she's all, the cop comes over. He's like, hey, buddy, where'd you plan on going tonight? I was like, I don't even remember, to be honest, where we were going. I think we were going to Iron Horse. He's like, guess where you're going now? I'm like, where? He's like, jail.
He's stoked.
And I was like,